Years ago, I heard a story of a middle-aged man, let's call him Joe, I don't even remember what his name was, who made an appointment to come and speak to his pastor during the week. Oh, you know that's not going to turn out well. He made an appointment to come speak with his pastor, and the pastor had no idea what he was coming for. And he came and he talked to the pastor. He said, "Let me tell you a story." He said, "Pastor, years ago when I was a teenager in this church, and you preached a sermon about stewardship." And I know the pastor was thinking, "You remember that? Wow, it's pretty amazing. You preached a sermon about stewardship, and I decided right then and there that I wanted to give a tithe, that is 10% of my income." Now, I was playing ball, and I was in school, and so I was only making about $100 a month way back then. And so every month I put $10 in the plate. And I felt really good about what I was learning from doing that. And he said, then I graduated. I went to college. I wasn't playing ball anymore. I had a few more hours to work. I was putting myself through college. I was working a little more, and I was making about $1,000 a month. And I decided I would continue, and I would put $100. That's 10%, right? $100 in the plate. And then he said, but about 10 years after I graduated from college, I got a really good job, and I was making $10,000 a month. And the preacher said, yes. And he said, I just couldn't write that $1,000 check. So the pastor sat there for a minute thinking that the conversation would continue, and he said, well, what would you like for me to do? And he said, I want you to pray for me. And the pastor said, okay, I'll pray for you. And there was silence again. And the pastor stood up thinking, this conversation was over. He said, no, I want you to pray for me right now. And the pastor said, what would you like me to pray for? He said, I would like you to pray that I would be able to be a tither again. And the pastor said, I had no idea how to pray about that. And the only thing I could think of, I said out loud, oh Lord, please reduce Joe's income because he wants to become a tither again.